Okay, so a quick summary of the articles. One of the articles was primarily talking about post-war Italian dating culture or romantic relationships, while the other was talking about a specific case that occurred in Sicily where it appears that it was not an uncommon practice for men to kidnap and rape a female and then marry her in almost repentance, and because that woman was now dishonored because she was no longer a virgin. There's a lot to do with that. Specifically the gender sexual violence that occurred. There was a line that specifically said that this practice was not uncommon, and that honestly blew me away. Did not expect a line like that. I think in our culture, that is something that would be completely frowned upon, and I think currently now in Sicily, that would also be frowned upon. I mean, not even frowned upon. It's just flat out illegal. But to know that that is a part of human history is wild. I think that was the most intriguing part for me. And then for looking at the dating cultures in that 1960s between Americans and Italians was really interesting to compare. Primarily because learning, I guess, more about the shift in American dating culture was really interesting because I don't think in my lifetime I've experienced that shift. So have it put out very clearly was interesting to see. So like the idea of calling versus dating, and that idea of calling was very specifically the goal was marriage, where dating, that's not always the case. And I think in Italy, it seems to have a very similar correlation or very similar trend, at least in the fact that the idea of dating or courting for the goal of marriage, and specifically marriage for your family, marriage for a very societal goal. In America, it seems very similar. High class citizens and high class citizens, would call on each other and kind of continue that family legacy. Whereas it sounds like dating actually started more in the lower classes and popularity moved up. So that was a slightly different trend, I think, because I think it even said for the courting, kidnapping and raping in southern Italy was seen because they were lower class, maybe. Whereas in America, that lower class tradition, maybe, or practice actually became the norm. So there's some definite similarities and differences between American and Italian dating culture, especially in that post-war time.